Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Vols will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Complete in the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Zips it out to his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4.
There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
single back formation, and they give it to him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And the Dogs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Makes the grab. It's O'Leary. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the ball's moving quickly to the line. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Just keeps slinging it. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes a connection. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, the quarterback did a really good job there, hanging in and delivering the pass, knowing that he was going to get hit. That really paid off for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown ball. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's taking the shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his man open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Back to throw. It's Drake. Snagged out of the air. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Working that left side now. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Creates a little room. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
He wants to change this route. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Bulldogs are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Gets rid of it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Looking to pass. It's straight. Under fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Found a seam. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fakes the grab. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a 1st down.
The Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Motion from the wideout. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. To the air. It's straight. Back's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Gets it out quickly. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. He wants to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown Volunteers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. Two dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Finds his back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? From the shotgun, the inside give.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here's a heat. Look out, he's got room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Pope. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Georgia, 21.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll open the second half with a run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To the air on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Line getting set on second down. The give from the gun. Finds a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Touchdown Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Punts it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
The give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in the rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking for a man. It's Drake. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. Now, a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
The Volunteers looking to convert on 4th down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vols!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
He'll try to do it himself. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball.
Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Old Dominion rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Ballard Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's O'Leary. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Dropping back, it's Drake. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going up in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that, getting after him.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Off the play fake. Dumps it off in the flats. Across the 45. Oh, he's got some space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They'll run it from the gun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been